Alright, so at some point in chapter 4, you can come here with Susie at nighttime and sit down with her and listen to the wind and the waves. Looks like your weird friend is busy today. Let's go already. If you listen closely to the sound effect that plays when you're sitting there with Susie, you can hear a song. And Susie's talking about the fact that she can hear a song across the lake. So if you listen closely, you might be able to hear 3 notes. This is that sound effect. And Tricky Tony hid the notes that you can hear the best in the loudest part of the waves. There's 3 notes here in the middle where the loudest part is. See if you can hear them. Doo, doo, doo. That's the part that you can hear the best. However, buried very far under the wave sounds, there's actually like a full melody going on. Very hard to hear, but I took this into Guitar Pro. So here's the melody that I'm hearing. Of course, that's the MIDI sound from Guitar Pro, but here's the actual song. Watch as the little blue bar here moves along. Try to see if you can hear what I'm hearing as the melody here. So right here you have the doo 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 doo. That part is the most noticeable, but there's like the doo 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 notes going on before in the loudest part of the song. It's very buried under that, but I'll just repeat this for you so you can hear doo doo doo. I think there's a fade in going on here in the audio file, but it starts, the melody's there at the beginning, and it's really hard to hear that without manipulating the octave, so let's bring up the octave and slow it down. See, now you can hear it. It's like da, 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 da. So right here, listen to these 3 notes. Do you hear that? The melody actually starts there. But of course, since I'm listening to this an octave up, it would actually be. And then I'm actually hearing like multiple notes right here. It's kind of hard to hear it, but I hear something lower going on at the same time. You have the doo doo. That's the highest note you're hearing, that's the melody. But there's something below it too. Right now I'm hearing the da. So, E? I think I have that listed here. No, I don't. Right now I'm actually having a hard time hearing those lower notes. But that's what I heard earlier when doing this. However, these 3 here, there's a counter melody going on. Doo, doo, doo. Let me pan that back to center, and this might make it easier. And go 1 octave up, because that somehow makes the melody easier to hear. So you hear doo doo doo. In the background, you have this melody that's like doo doo doo. Then you have doo doo doo. You should be able to hear that. That's what it sounds like soloed. Of course, it's an octave down. So it actually sounds like that. So maybe this part, maybe I'm just hearing things here, but I am confident that what I have here and what I have here is what is being played. Here's all of it together. Here's the original sound effect again. So yeah, let me know if you hear that as well. I'm pretty confident that this is what it is that's being looped with the waves. And what song could this be related to from Deltarune? That's a good question, right? Well, here's what I think. This song that is most likely attributed to Des, but is not confirmed to be. I mean, come on, it sounds like a guitar, and also, it's a red guitar. The findher.ogg sound. I mean, come on, that's the same guitar font. So I think this has to do with Des. And I know this is not the same melody, but it does sound like it. Here, listen to this. It kind of has that, like, the up and down motion. Like, just listen to the rhythm that's going on here. Dun, dun. So you have, like, the high note, and then it goes down. And that's something Toby really loves to do. Like, for example, Let me open my Scarlet Forest cover to show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so that like high note going down to a bass note back to a high note kind of thing. Well, that's all over Scarlet Forest, but like in general, Toby does that a lot. Do 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 do. And then it immediately calls to mind like the motif of da 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 da. How that like you have the note that's just repeating. It calls to mind that. I guess the don't forget motif is what that is, like the main theme of all of Deltarune. Like, when the light is running low, you have those high notes being repeated. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't know, it just kind of calls to me and reminds me of that song. It reminds me of the don't forget motif. Kind of resolves like that too. And it also reminds me of this, the h.mp3 audio from the Spamton sweepstakes. Da, 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 da. So let's like remember that melody. I mean, it just gives the same vibe. It's definitely not the same melody, but maybe this is like part of the song. Like, I could see that being a different section in this song. That's what I'm thinking about it, but that's all I have. That's the melody. Yeah, so if we assume that this song is related to Des and is a full version of like Des's theme, because like the Lost Girl motif is not Des's theme because it's used for other people, but it's very much associated with her, and perhaps in future chapters we'll actually get a theme that's associated with Des's theme, and maybe this is it, and maybe this is like hinting towards a different section of that, which I think is really cool. Alright, so I'm here to compare the h.mp3 file to the song Across the Sea in more detail. I actually took the h.mp3 file and put it in Guitar Pro and transcribed it. The file ends here, but to me, I feel like I can sort of guess where this melody is going. For some reason, what comes to my brain pretty much immediately is da da da, which to me makes me think of a certain Christmas song that I used to hear when I was a child, and it's ingrained into my head, the melody now. So where I think it would go from there is da 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 da. That's what I'm looking for, so I decided to just like write that in. We sort of get like a rhythmic pattern with the first two measures, and it's in 3/4 by the way. So continuing from that, I wrote the next two measures, or the next three actually. It sounds like this. And the reason why I think that could be the melody is because Toby Fox likes his references to just other media in his games. Let me show you what I think this could be from. It's a Christian song that is usually played at Christmas that I think I probably heard every Christmas. That's why it's so ingrained in my head. When I was a kid, I had to go to church and listen to this shit, so yeah, it's called Oh Holy Night, and just literally the first part of this song. Oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. So da 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 da. Hear that? This isn't a different key, but that chord progression. So you have da 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 da. You have da, and then it ends on da. So it's like the same interval. See, we're staying on da. There's a lot of emphasis on that. So that's like, yes, that's why my brain immediately thinks of da 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 da. So remember that. Almost there. It's kind of similar what I'm doing, but yeah, this is like my interpretation of what the full song might sound like. Here, you can listen to it all together. Then this bar here is just like, it's a little transition bar. After this bar, you'd go back to the original pattern. And knowing Toby Fox, he would repeat these 4 bars again before switching to something else. However, the actual reason I wanted to do this is just so I could put in the Song Across the Sea melody that I'm hearing right after that to see if it kind of fits. So, does it fit? Let's see. It's not in the same key. You couldn't put it into the same key unless you were changed the notes. And maybe I'm just not hearing the right notes here, right? It's kind of hard to hear this. However, it does sound like the rhythm fits. Like, this feels very Toby Fox end of song kind of thing. Like, I could see that being the end of the H file here, but using different notes. And what I was talking about earlier with the like down up thing. This is what I mean, the 4 here, the 1 here. It's going down and up, down and up. And that's why I feel like this fits, is because it goes down and up. It's a long shot, but it would be very cool if they were related. Either way, it's very cool, just to know what the melody is across the sea. So yeah, I hope this gave you a little bit more of an idea of what the Song Across the Sea melody is behind the wave sound file, and maybe how it relates to other aspects of Deltarune's lore. I compared it to the H sound file. Let me know what you think about all this, and yeah. So again, take all this and go theorizing. I would love to see someone use what I'm bringing up here to create their own theory, because I think there's something here. I just can't quite connect the dots. Alright, so I need to mention what gave me the idea to look into this sound effect a bit more in detail is this person here, Hopper is a Bunny. Their song here, there is a song by the sea in Deltarune. They were the one who pointed out the doot 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 part of the melody, and that's all that they heard. I mean, I heard more, but like, yeah, this person, this is where the idea came from. Credit to them. Thank you. Also, let's hope that this person here isn't lying about the sound file in the background. Like, I hope this is like vanilla sound file, because I haven't gone into the game to like replay this part to hear it for myself, which maybe I should. Yeah, I should. Let me actually do that. Hello, Mr. Gaster, Mr. Head, Mr. Oh my God, it's Gaster. What? I've never seen those laughing faces before. It seems the way is blocked. You put out your hand. Another hand pressed against yours. Hug the goat. I did not hug the goat. Your dad's truck. Bergen trucking my way through. Yes, I hear it. Yo, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I know content like this usually does better on my channel, so I just want to put it out there. Subscribe and you'll see more of music-related content, not specifically Deltarune theories. Yeah, this channel is specifically for music stuff, and I'll keep doing videos like this that are like music-related sort of commentary content. I've done some stuff like that, like talking about how I composed one of my original songs. And what else did I do? I did like a music theory dive into another Deltarune song, looking for Gaster's motif. I like doing stuff like that. I'll continue doing stuff like that on the side, but the main thing that I focus on is like covers and original songs. So yeah, subscribe and you'll see more of that. That's what I put more of my energy into. But I can't help myself with the Deltarune theories sometimes. I just need to get it out. Yeah, so on that note, I'm working on a piano cover of My Castletown from Deltarune. I do a lot of Deltarune content, don't I? Yeah, probably won't stop. I just like Deltarune a lot. That's almost done. I'm hoping to get that out soon. Then I have another guitar cover, which is probably going to be one of my favorite arrangements. It's really coming along, and I can't wait to get that one out. It's Paradise Paradise from Deltarune as well. Yeah. Then of course I am working on original stuff, but it's kind of, I've been having a hard time getting back into that. I'm not really in the habit of doing it. Yeah, expect that there will be more original stuff this year. It's just taking a bit longer. It's like I'm rusty. I'm rusty at it, and I need more practice. I need to get back into it, get back into the flow. But yeah, that's what's going on with me behind the scenes on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think it was really interesting, and I would love to see what people think about it. If they can relate the melody there to anything better than I did, and do some theory crafting. Like, genuinely, I would love to see that. And I have no idea how this video is going to perform, but I feel like it might perform better than most of my stuff. The point is, thanks for watching, and that's the end of the video. Goodbye. See you in the next one.